Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in today. Looks like my mom and dad are out there. Hey mom and dad, nice to hear from you all, as always. I can always count on my mom and dad doing it, being here. Sometimes I think that's the only reason I do it is for my parents. I'll be visiting my parents actually coming up in October. I've got a trip planned, got some gigs lined up out there. I'll be putting those up soon on the internet. I'm gonna open my non-alcoholic. This is one of those Lagunitas IPAs, non-alcoholic IPAs. This is the hazy one, I think. It's really good. It's really good. You can always tell I can always tell when I'm drinking a lot of beer. I've been drinking a lot of beer lately. I'll be honest. I've been drinking a lot of beer lately. Been visiting friends, and every time I visit friends, we always drink beer and stuff, and not like excessive amounts, but enough to make my face kind of red, I think. So that's I always notice that when I drink beer and alcohol, my face gets kind of red. But cheers, everybody. Happy Friday out there. It looks like maybe some people are watching, so that's cool. If you all want to go ahead and like the video, please, now, that'd be great because it just helps. You know how that goes, the algorithm and all that stuff. I don't really care, but I should say that. Just act like I do care. I guess I do care. I care. I just, anyway, it's all this craziness. And I got a good show for you today. It's called Episode 87, Good Company. It's kind of, like it's been crazy with the politics and stuff lately. It's always crazy with politics, right? It's always been crazy. Always will be crazy, maybe. It's been hot out here in San Diego. Not crazy hot, but this time of year is like the hottest time of year. So I got my hair up today. Hey, my sister's here. Never fear, your sister is here. Hey, Michelle. Thanks for tuning in. What a nice family I have. We have a nice family. We're a nice family. We always wish we could live closer, but life is what it is, I guess. So we don't live very close together, but at least we have this to do. Looks like 7 people are watching right now. But yeah. Oh, let me show you this too before I forget, and then I'll go on with what I'm going to talk about today, and I'll play a song. This is my new table topper. These, see how it like has this stand right here? It's usually for like wine lists or whatever. Or you can do whatever you want, obviously. And I do it for my music. And so I put these on the tables when I play. And if you're a musician out there, this is the other side. I can't decide if I like the blue side or the black side better, so I printed both. And if you're a musician out there, like myself, who's always trying to figure out ways to increase your income, this is a way to do it. You just put these on the tables at your gigs, and people can scan your Venmo QR code and your PayPal. And then I have some other codes here for other stuff, for like signing up for my mailing list, my YouTube channel, and why I'm called FastHeartMart. A lot of people still don't know why I'm called FastHeartMart. They just think it's so crazy that I'm called FastHeartMart. Well, it sprang up to 30 people were watching there for like a split second. Probably a bunch of clowns that are gonna say all kinds of weird stuff in the comment section. But all right, let me play a song and then I'll go over what I'm gonna talk about a little bit here today. It's about politics, but like basically, I'll just say this: I'm totally checked out of the whole thing. I'm pretty sure we're watching a soap opera, y'all. And no offense to anybody who's still out there who believes in all this political stuff. I hope it's true. Oh, hey, from Germany. What's up, y'all? Good to hear from you. I went to Germany once, but I wonder, is that who I think it is? Yeah, it's C. Cole. Hey, bud. Good to hear from you. I have some friends from New Mexico who now live in Germany, and I think that's who's saying hi. That's cool. All right, this song is called Touch of Grey by the Grateful Dead. I'm going to start today's show with that because it's a great song, and I love playing it. How's the sound out there? I did turn off the fan, this fan today. The one in the back is still on, so, but I don't know if it gets too hot, I'm going to have to turn that fan back on. Must be getting early, clocks are running later. Paint by number morning sky looks so phony. Dawn is breaking everywhere, light a candle, curse the glare. Draw your curtains, I don't care, 'cause it's alright. I will get by. I will get by. I will get by. I will survive. I see you got your list out. Just say your piece and get out. Yes, I get the gist of it, but it's alright. I'm sorry that you feel that way. The only thing there is to say, every silver lining has a touch of gray. I will get by. I will get by. I will get by. I will survive. I know the rent is in arrears. Dog has not been fed in years. It's even worse than it appears, but it's alright. And cows are giving kerosene. Kids can read at 17. Words they know are all obscene, but it's alright. I will get by. I will get by. I will get by. I will survive. And it fits, really nothing much to it. Whistle through your teeth and spit, 'cause it's alright. Oh well, a touch of gray kinda suits you anyway. That is all I have to say, yeah. It's alright. I will get by. I will get by. I will get by. I will survive. We will get by. We will get by. We will get by. We will survive. All right, thank you very much. Good old touch of gray. I got people peeping in here. Hey, thanks, y'all. Appreciate it. I got people listening outside my motorhome here, which is cool. What do people say? We got some thumbs up here. Noah Baldwin, yo, buddy. Good to hear from you, man. I'm like trying to struggle here to see all this stuff. My eyes are getting crazy these days. I'm at that age, you know. Oh, Wendy Dams is vomiting out there. Zach wants to know when you're going to bring the 6-string back. I don't know. I don't know if I ever will, Zach, because I don't know. I get more money to play this thing, so I don't know. But I should. I'd like to. I was playing some this week with my. I was in a band when I first moved here to San Diego. And I was playing some guitar with those guys the other day and stuff. So, hey man.
You play guitars too?
Yeah. You look familiar. Where do I know you from? Oh, you're a Baha'i, aren't you? Yeah. Is it Mark? Good to see you. My name's Martin, if you remember me from I'm doing a live stream right now.
Oh.
Yeah. It's good to see you though, man.
Hey,
I'll talk to you. Can I talk to you after this?
Sure.
Yeah.
I got a guitar with me right now if you want to see it.
Not right now.
Okay.
All right, cool, man. Good to see you, Mark.
All right.
All right. I know him. He didn't know I was in here, but I know him, so that's cool. Yeah. So anyway, that's what's happening, Zach, with the guitar. Well, maybe if you pay me enough, maybe I could do it. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go ahead. Wendy Dams has been banned. I'm gonna ban her off of this thing. Watch. She has no redeeming qualities, so going ahead. I'm gonna hide user on this channel. Or wait a second. How do you do this? Channel activity. Put user in timeout. I'm gonna put her in timeout because hey, Michelle, can you be my moderator? It says add moderator here. Manage moderators. My sister could moderate for me. I don't know how to set that up though, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get Wendy out of here because she's sick and I don't want her getting anybody else sick. So hide user on this channel. Here it is. It should hide her now, maybe. Yeah, Wendy's gone. Sorry about that. I hope she doesn't get anybody sick. And then what did my sister say? Oh yeah, she was talking about Wendy. All right. I don't know who Wendy is, but anyway, that's what happens when you go live on the internet. Maybe one of these days, Michelle will coordinate. You could be my moderator. That'd be awesome. Anyway, all right. So, as you know, Trump he's been denying the Epstein case is real and stuff, right, for the last few months. And that's kind of one of the reasons a lot of us voted for him is because he was going to expose stuff like that, and we didn't think he was with the deep state. You know, and of course he has all kinds of flaws, and we always knew that, and he's obtuse and rude and stuff, and which, you know, it has its place. He wasn't a great uniter. I think we can all agree on that. He wasn't really good at uniting people. But despite all that, we voted for him because we thought he wasn't with the deep state. Now it looks like he is with the deep state. He's being compromised. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm no offense to all you Donald Trump fans out there. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just thinking it's like we're on our own. And it's really crazy because no matter, you know, if we're voting for these people, right? But there's no recourse as to when they get in. If they don't do what they say they're going to do, we have no recourse. There's no way for us to uphold that. And so I don't know why people are going to keep voting after this when they realize, wait, like no matter who we vote for, they're just going to do whatever they want to do anyway. And then it's just looking more and more like there's chaos out there, you know, everywhere. There's one guy, Thomas Massey, I think he's representative for Kentucky, or is he a congressman? I think he's representative. And Thomas Massey seems to be pretty legit and not controlled by the deep state, but who knows? It's just really disturbing for me and a lot of people right now because once and for all, we know for sure this country and the world is being run by a dark underforce that nobody knows who actually it is. I mean, I've talked about this many times before, but when Obama got in and the first thing he said was, I'm going to bail out the banks, that's what the dark underforce was like controlling him. And of course, he never stopped the Iraq war. Somebody on TikTok got on my comment section on one of my most offensive videos that I guess I've ever put up. People were screaming at me from both sides about stuff, from all sides, I guess. But this guy said, you know, Obama never stopped the Iraq war. He killed Osama bin Laden. Well, Osama bin Laden was in Afghanistan. So and he didn't stop the Afghanistan war either. So I don't understand where people are coming from with a lot of this stuff. But anyway, I'm not disrespecting any of these politicians and any well, other than saying they say they're gonna do something, they get in and don't do it. And some people have known that forever now. Like there's a guy named G. Edward Griffin, I think his name is, and he's noticed it since the Vietnam days. It's just some underground force that controls all these people. And I think for a lot of people with this Trump thing, who voted for Trump, it's like, dude, who's running the show? If it's not Trump, if it wasn't Biden running the Biden administration, they kicked Biden out of office basically and ran Kamala Harris instead. So like, who's running all this stuff? And we're kind of realize we're on our own now. All of us people that have come to this realization. Some people have come to it sooner than others. I felt like that for a long time, and then Donald Trump, I have to admit, I got sucked in by Donald Trump a little bit because it looked like he maybe wasn't controlled. But a lot of people pointed out for a long time, Donald Trump took out a big loan from like the Rothschilds, I think, back in the early 90s. And so he's been compromised since then. That's what people believe. And so it's been sort of alienating for a lot of us lately, but we're in good company, I think, because I don't know how you feel about Candace Owens, but I love Candace Owens. I think she's like the best thing. One of the best things out there. And I would love it if she ran for president, or maybe I wouldn't, because maybe she would get compromised. But I just think she's super powerful, and she's a good voice for everybody right now. But she's getting in a lot of trouble lately. But she feels the same way about Trump now too. And Anomaly is one of the guys I listen to. Who else? Like a big deal out there. There's a guy named Dave Smith who's really cool. He's a libertarian, but he voted for Trump, and now he realizes he's compromised. So we're in good company here. These are really, really intelligent people, in my opinion, that have decided that there's nobody representing us. And so that's what this next song is called. It's my newest song. I used some old music that I had written last year, I guess, for a song. It was called, what was it called before? It was called Down with the Ship. Some of you that watch my podcast live stream thing, you'll recognize the song Down with the Ship. It was about me wanting to leave California because it was just getting too crazy and lonely here. But I don't know, the lyrics just weren't really universal enough, and they weren't really working for me, so I changed the lyrics, and now I call the song Good Company, which is what I'm going to play now, after I drink some more beer. Hey, let me know something, y'all. If I turn this fan on, does it ruin the sound for you? I'm going to turn the fan on. Does that mess up the sound for y'all out there? Let me know. I won't start until I hear back. Hopefully I'm still on. This phone should stay nice and cool. It looks like we're still rolling. My sister says she can't hear it. Cole says it sounds fine. All right, guys, I'm gonna keep rolling then. So here we go. This song's called Good Company. Well, now we know that our leaders are severely compromised. At least we can admit that we have been duped, and we won't perpetuate these lies. At least we know that we're not alone, 'cause we're in good company. It's never much fun fighting someone, and the comment section's on the line. I thought we could find common ground, but instead it turned into this fight. I wanted to go down, not alone. We're in good company. Good company, good company, good company of rebels everywhere. They say that we should have known, 'cause the writing was always on the wall. But the leaders would have been worse, and now we have to go completely rogue. At least we know that we're not alone, and we're in good company. Good company, good company, good company of rebels everywhere. Now that we know that our leaders have been severely compromised, at least we can admit when we have been duped, and we won't continue with the lie. At least know that we're not alone. We're in good company. Good company, good company, good company of rebels. Good company, good company, good company of rebels everywhere. I know, it's alright. It's a cool song, I guess. It's not much of a banjo song, I have to admit. It's like this riff. I thought that was a cool riff for the banjo, but maybe Zach's right. I should play guitar more. Hey Zach, it's nice to hear from you anyway. But let's see, people put some comments. My dad said he can hear the fan, but you still sound good. Okay, that's amazing. My dad can't hear much of anything, but he can hear the fan, so that's cool. I'm just kidding, Dad. I'm just kidding. Pure talent. Who said that? Somebody said something really nice. Miffy. Thanks, Miffy. My mom said great. Thanks, Mom. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm gonna have my mom and dad on this podcast in October when I'm visiting there. My mom's having hip surgery, so I'm gonna be helping out around there, doing some gigs, and probably do some podcasts from there or live streams. And what was I gonna say? Next week I'm having a special guest named Joy. She runs a festival that I'll be playing at in a few weeks at the end of August here, and yeah, she'll be on with me next week. So I'm gonna have another guest, which is very rare for me. Seems to be I'm having more and more guests on here, probably because I don't give a damn about the sound anymore. I do care about the sound, but I don't care about it enough to like not go on. I was for a long time there. I was just like, well, if the sound's not right, I'm not gonna go on. But it'll get better. I'm still working on it, guys. I know that I'm using the phone, and you know how like when you use it in vertical mode, then your microphone's gonna be at the bottom. That's like even worse, I think, because like my sound's hitting this whatever this is mounted on. So anyway, hopefully it sounds okay for now. I do have plans to really upgrade it. I used to have really good sound, but my computer, I need to get a new computer. I had some money for that. I just need to save it for a minute. I'm actually I'm lifting my motorhome, so I'm gonna lift it like 3.5 inches next week. So I was trying to save my money for that. You know, stuff happens, and now I'm just still using this old computer and going live with my phone. So there that is. My sister's laughing about something. Maybe. What is she saying? Looks like. What are you talking about, Michelle? What you talking about, Michelle? Yeah, I'm almost done with this NA beer. It's really good. It was really perfect for today. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I think this thing with Trump is really very significant. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do to get us to vote now. You know, there's gonna be a huge part of the population who will not vote anymore because it just doesn't matter. And maybe they've been saying that forever too. I know my dad. He didn't really vote for a long time, and I always thought that was weird. But now I can see why probably he didn't vote. It's just kind of like, it's just who cares? You know, it doesn't matter. It's not gonna. They're gonna do whatever they want to do anyway. Whatever their agenda is, they'll do it. And whoever they are. You sound like a madman when you're talking about this stuff, but there's a lot of details you could go into as to why, you know, this whole Trump thing looks bad. You could go into why the Kamala Harris potential was bad and the Joe Biden thing was bad. You can go into all that stuff. It's all details, though. Bottom line is we're on our own here, so. Hey, Marissa, you're chiming in. What'd you say? I was 8 when Marissa said she was 8 when she realized voting was a scam. You're so smart. I got sucked in by Trump. I'll be honest, I did. I guess it was all that QAnon stuff was like very compelling. And maybe it's true. Maybe it's still true. I'm sure there's still plenty of QAnon people out there that still think the Q thing is real and they're trusting the plan. My dad said he heard that. That's funny. Oh, Gary Reed called it the stab scene, like the injections. Gary Reed, good to hear from you, man. You out there in Santa Fe? All right, well, I got some more songs for you. That's kind of what I do, you know. I got some gigs this weekend coming up too. Hopefully some of you can come out. Be playing tomorrow. I'll be playing tomorrow at Nate's and Sunday. Actually, I guess that's the only gigs I have this weekend. Is at Nate's Garden Grill, 6 to 8 Saturday and 3 to 5 on Sunday. And like I said, I'm going to be announcing some Virginia dates here soon. I've got some Virginia dates coming. They booked me at I got about 4 gigs out there so far. I needed to get like 8, so I'm halfway there, I think. About halfway there. High desert, brother. Yep, it's a high desert out there. I miss it out there. I've been watching well, first I watched Breaking Bad, and then I watched that like a few months ago. It was really good. And then I started watching Better Call Saul, and it's like even better, I think. It just makes all those scenes just make me miss Albuquerque so much. Like the coffee shop, Java Joe's. I used to play there, like way back in the day before that show even came on. I used to play at Java Joe's coffee shop, which is where they had a meth lab above it and it blew up. That was one of the big scenes in the show. And I lived in a neighborhood where they were shooting, and I could recognize the house they were shooting at. I lived right like 3 doors down from there. And I remember when they were shooting. And then of course, I think I told this story before, but one night I was coming home super late from a gig. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and there was a huge traffic jam, which was really obnoxious for Albuquerque because there's never really that much traffic except for like rush hour. There could be like 30 minutes of traffic here and there, but for the most part, there's never any traffic. And it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. It was like gridlock traffic, and I guess they, I was just being obnoxious, and I was like, I'm gonna be one of those guys that like toots their horn just because there's a traffic jam, you know, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. So I did. It's like boop boop, and seriously, you could see it in the scene. I think it's like the first episode. And then I realized it was a video or a film shoot or whatever, a TV shoot, and it felt kind of bad, but it was funny. You could hear it in the show. All right, it's a lot to read here. Let me see. Trump is needed. I wanted him to be placed in necessary. Grateful for that. Woke more people up. He played his part well. Everything as it should be. Those are some good points, Marissa. Yeah, he did like wake a lot of people up, I guess. He definitely exposed the fraudulent media, I felt like. The whole fake news thing. That was brilliant. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's a lot of good stuff, and I shouldn't just trash Trump. I don't feel like I do trash Trump. I'm just saying it's like it's over now, you know. There's just no not for me, it's over. So, but I appreciate those. Those are very insightful words, Marissa. There's a new movie, Eddington, that filmed there and in TRC, which I've got to see. I'd like to see that too, Gary Reed. The only time I voted in my life was for Trump in 2020. Yeah, I did that too. I actually voted for Bernie Sanders that year for the primaries. And then by the time the presidential election was really coming around, I was like, oh dang, looks like Trump might be the one to vote for, so I did. But he didn't win, of course. And maybe it was fraudulent. My sister agrees with Marissa. Yeah, Marissa's very smart. Thanks for tuning in, Marissa. It's really nice to hear from you. She's awesome. She's got a lot of cool stuff going on. Check out her channel. I think you can tap on it. All right. The next song I'm gonna play is called "I Saw the Light" by Hank Williams, of course. Somebody was arguing with me the other day. They said Johnny Cash wrote this song. I was like, no, it's definitely Hank Williams. I haven't even heard Johnny Cash play this song, but he said, no, he played it all the time. I was like, all right. It's just funny when people out there, out in the audience, sometimes want to argue with me. Which sometimes they're right. You know, of course, I'll be like, hey, you're right. I was wrong. But this, I was like, dude, there's no way. Johnny Cash wrote "I Saw the Light." Thank you for being awesome. You're welcome, Marissa. Johnny Williams. Who's Johnny Williams? What does that mean? Was that Hank Williams' real name? Johnny Williams? I don't know. Gary Reed's a funny guy. Remember he said big blue banjo the other day? Instead of the big blue bill was the big blue banjo. Oh, I don't need the harmonica for this one. Here it is. I Saw the Light. Hank Cash. I see what you did there. I see what you did there now. My brain's not as quick as yours. I wandered so aimless, my life filled with sin. I wouldn't let my death Savior in. And Jesus came like a stranger in the night. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I saw the light, I saw the light. No more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. 'Cause I was a fool to wander straight, 'cause straight is the gate and narrow's the way. Now I have traded wrong for the right. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I saw the light, I saw the light. No more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy and sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. Just like a blind man, I wandered alone. Worries and fears I kept for my own. And like a blind man, God gave us sight. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I saw the light, I saw the light. No more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. Just like a blind man, I wandered alone. Worries and fears I kept for my own. Then like a blind man, God gave us sight. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. Oh, I saw the light, I saw the light. No more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, after all this negativity I've been spewing, I guess it's not been super negative, of course, but you always have to remember. Well, some of us have to remember there's a God, and God can do anything, I believe, and so maybe God's in control. People who lived in third world countries and stuff, they're probably like, politics don't mean much to them either. So they just have to trust in God, and we have to trust in God. Everybody has to trust in God. So Marissa says, great song. Mad Sketch, please play Follow Your Heart for me, please. Please play Follow Your Heart for me, please. One of my favorite songs. Will do. It's always an honor to play one of my own original tunes, be requested. If you ever wanna like flatter like a local musician who's not like super famous and is out there obscure and struggling, not struggling, but relatively unknown, obscure, just request one of their original songs. It just makes all songwriters in my position super happy. So thanks for requesting that. Mad Sketch. I'll do that at the end, okay? Because I got to change tunings for that. I'm in a A tuning right now. I have to go into E tuning for that. I want to do my newest song. It's called I guess the newest song that I released, and some of you might have listened to it or watched it on YouTube. It's called Spirit Being. And this whole idea that we're living in a simulation is becoming more and more common lately. I don't know what that is, but like more and more people are saying we're living in a simulation. And remember, like when the Matrix movie came out, people hardly ever really thought about that idea, like we're living in a Matrix. But more and more people are like, yeah, it's a simulation. And but then when you think about it, what does the word simulation mean? Because if it just means something made by God, maybe a video game made by God, whatever, it doesn't negate the fact that there still might be a God. I believe in God, despite if it is a simulation, which it looks like it is. There's definitely things that are very much pointing in that direction. We're living in a simulation, and maybe a lot of this stuff has already happened before. Maybe we've had AI before in history, and maybe it went completely crazy and people had to like run for their lives. Who knows? Maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe there's a reason the Amish live the way they do. And that's why I want to be Amish. I'm going to become Amish here starting next year. I'm going to be moving to an Amish facility up in Pennsylvania and living with them from now on, because they were right all along. So, and I probably won't be able to play the banjo for you anymore, or the guitar. Just kidding. I'm not doing that. Not yet. Anyway, I might. It makes a lot of sense. Those people are cool. They voted for Trump this time, because they were talking to these Amish girls on this video. They're like, so you guys are not usually political, and they're holding up these Trump flags. They're like, you guys aren't usually political in the Amish community. Why did you vote for Trump? And they were like super simple people, and the girls go, because he's not with the deep state. It's great. It was like even they were voting for Trump for the same reason. I don't know how they feel about it now, but let's see. We got some more things to address here. Funny. Bring me your. Marissa, if I go to the Amish community, I'll bring you along for sure. I'm sure they would like you even better than they like me. So. This is a true story. There's a guy up in Big Timber, Montana. I used to play up there when I could afford to go up to Montana and play. I was driving a Toyota Prius at the time, so it was like the gas wasn't super expensive to get up there and back. And I would play every year at a farmer's market in Big Timber, and I would play a brewery too. But this is about the farmer's market. And this Amish Mennonite guy, he was a Mennonite. I think he was a Mennonite. He came up the first time I played there at that market. He came up and he was like, "Oh, I just love your music." And he called me Martin. He said, "Do you like to be called Fast Heart or Martin?" And I said, "You can call me whatever you'd like. It's either way." A lot of my friends call me Fast Heart, but Martin is fine. He says, "Oh, okay, Martin, I love your music and just great to have you here." And I was like, "What's your name?" And he said, "Abraham." And I was like, "Abraham, where are you from?" And he was like, "I'm from Montana." And I was like, "You don't sound like you're from Montana though." It's like, "Oh, my family's been here for hundreds of years. We have thousands of acres." And he just went on and on. He was just great. He was great, right? And then I'd see him every year when I would play there. I think it was like 2 or 3 years before the pandemic that I played there, and I'd see him every year. Great, just a beautiful man, sweetheart, total sweetheart. Big, huge guy too, like super big guy. And every year he'd just make a big fuss about how much he loved my music and stuff. And the whole town did. Everybody up there loved my music. It was like everybody loved me there. I met a lady who owned a campsite up there, a camping site, and that's how I got the gig. And we became really good friends. I would stay in her cabins and stuff when I was up there. And she's still trying to get me to come back, I think. And I would love to come back. I don't have the resources to drive all the way up there right now in this motorhome. It gets like 20 miles to the gallon if you're lucky. So it's a lot. So anyway, the pandemic happened, right? And everything started shutting down. And I get this phone call and it says Montana, and it says, I think it said Abraham on it. I don't remember exactly, but it definitely was a Montana number. So I answered it. I was like, "Who could be calling from Montana today?" And I answered it, and it was Abraham. And he's like, "Oh, Martin, I'm just calling to see if you're okay down there." And I was like, "Abraham, thank you so much for checking." He said, "You're in California and there's a lot of people. Maybe you should come up here and visit and stay with us for a while." And I was like, "That is so sweet, such a sweetheart. Just such a sweet guy." And then I ended up going back that year, I think. Later on that year, I did play up there because I still had the Prius. And I was just like, "Screw this, man. This is a bunch of bull crap. I'm going to go up there anyway." So I did. And he wasn't there. They said they had the, well, I won't say what happened. But Abraham, if you're out there listening, thank you for all that. Anyway, that was my story of being close to being a Mennonite, I guess, or Amish. Is anybody bored yet? All right, let me play some more. I was going to play Spirit Being, and then I guess I'll close with Hearts and Dreams for Mad Sketch. Maybe I'll play 3 more songs. We're about 45 minutes into this thing. And thanks for liking the video. It looks like there's 8 likes there. I haven't checked the tips yet, but I will. There's links down to tip me in the video description. Let's be honest, that's a big part of why I'm doing this, so I can it's like digital busking basically, so it's busking on the internet in a way. And so anyway, yeah, I'm gonna play this song called Spirit Being. I just released it last week, and it's already got 130 views on YouTube, which is not great, of course, I'm kidding. But they're gonna play it on one of my favorite podcast radio things. This channel's called Media Monarchy. Media Monarchy. is the name of them, and they're like super not political. They're like apolitical, and they've been saying that forever. They're a really good group of people. And James Evan Pilato, who started this radio broadcast, he does it every day. He has 2 shows a day, and he started like around 9/11, like think 2005, after 9/11, of course. But that's when he really woke up. A lot of us woke up during that time. I remember thinking, oh my God, who's in control of all this? Who's doing all this, you know? And so he started his show, and he's going to be featuring this song on his show next Wednesday, which is August 13th. So tune in to Media Monarchy next Wednesday, August 13th. You can listen on his channel. It's called, on his website, it's called MediaMonarchy.com. And you can listen afterwards. He posts all the episodes, and you can watch or listen anytime. Yeah, but I'm so grateful for them because they actually play my songs. Like there were some radio stations that used to play my songs, mostly public radio stations. And then since the pandemic, when I didn't take the jabs and I was writing songs about it, but none of those public stations will play me anymore. But the Media Monarchy and James Evan Pilato, they love it. They love it when I make up songs like that. And if you're a musician out there writing truther songs, that's what they call them, truther music, just submit your songs to him up there. They might play it. All right. What if we live inside a simulation? Still the matrix had to be made by something, and we are spirit beings. Is it fallen angels that rule this region? Are they the ones controlling institutions, and we are spirit beings? Our souls are shining from another worldly labyrinth. Our bodies are vessels that one day will perish, and we are own spirit beings. We're on a journey back to our maker. Right now we must learn how to love each other, and we are own spirit beings. Fallen angels that control this region, are they the ones controlling institutions? And we are own spirit beings. They want to divide us and keep us all fighting. So let's all be rebels, what we have in common. And we are own spirit beings. Spirit beings, spirit beings. All right, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for listening to that song. We lost quite a bit of people now. We had 13 and now we're down to 6. It's just the way these internet things go. I don't let it bother me. You don't let it bother you either. I'm not worried about it. As long as there's 2 people listening, my mom and dad, and it's all good. And then my sister's nice. And then Zach it's great to have Zach here too. The thing is, it could say 6 people are listening here, but there might be like 10 people in every house listening to me. So it might be like 60 people. You never know. You just never know. You gotta look at the bright side, people. Even if you're fooling yourself, just fool yourself. It feels better. So I'm going to do a podcast next week, next Friday. And then after that, I won't be doing this for a couple weeks, probably. Because I'm going to go back up north and do a little construction work again. I'm saying it's nice to have you, Michelle. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying as long as mom and dad are here, I've accomplished my goal, my mission. So, and it's nice to have you as well. So that's what I'm saying. You know, it's a bonus. All right. Let's see. What time is it? Got enough time for 2 more songs, probably. If I haven't bored everybody enough so far. Anything else? Let's see. Yes. Actually, I'll just play one more song. I don't even know if he's still here. Mad Sketch, are you still out there to listen to this song? I'm not gonna play it unless you are, because you requested it. Sorry I didn't play it right away. I had to change the tunings. I think I know who Mad Sketch is too. It's a cool dude. Still haven't heard back from Mad Sketch yet. Waiting. Let's see if I need to thank anybody for tipping so far here today. Let's just see. I've lost some of my regular tippers, which is, you know, again, it's just the way it goes. My parents, of course, they tip me. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I can always count on them. And then that's it for today so far. If you're out there, click the links below. Tip this digital busking session here. And then, yeah. It's been hot out here. What is the temperature? Anyway. Yeah, just play one more. I think I'm feeling like just one more is enough for everybody. But Mad Sketch didn't even say he's still out there, so I'm not gonna play the song he wanted me to play because he's not even there anymore. I'm gonna play another new song. That's all y'all guys want to hear, right? It's new stuff, right? What's his name? Mick Jagger says the last thing his audience wants to hear is, "Hey guys, we got a new song for you." They're like, "Oh no." They just want to hear the hits, you know? But you have to keep playing songs because some of them become hits, you know? That's the thing. This next one, it's kind of clunky, I'll be honest. I played it on the last one, but it's coming together. I'm really, with my songwriting and stuff, it's gotten a lot more like, I just want to really refine all these songs. Make a big statement, you know? I guess it'll be the last song since Mad Sketch isn't there anymore. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. And if you're watching the rerun, please like it if you make it this far. These have been getting, you know, like 100 views and stuff, which is, it's cool. Maybe 200 sometimes. At first when I started doing this, I remember it was getting like 50, 60. So things are happening. takes it a long time now. Alright, just making sure this banjo's in tune. And this song's called Let Go and Let God. When things get too crazy, you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't have to know what's gonna happen because God knows. Because God's in control. Seems like dark forces are attacking us from the land beyond. Seems like they done it before, 'cause they're doing such a great job. All these times we are all living in are getting pretty odd. Whenever I think I've had enough, I let go and let God. Will these villains ever get served? Will they ever get caught? 'Cause it seems like they always escape, and we're living in a psyop. All these times we are all living in are getting pretty odd. Whenever I think I've had enough, I let go and let God. Is there anything we can do to make their agenda stop? Will this always be their world? Will all our leaders be bought? All these times we are all living in are getting pretty odd. Whenever I think I've had enough, I let go and let God. Is there any hope left for us? Or have we all lost the plot? Does humanity even still have a chance? Does humanity even have a shot? All these times we are all living in are getting pretty odd. Whenever I think I've had enough, I let go and let God. Let go and let God. Alright, thank you so much. Looks like I had a tip come in from my sister. Thanks, Michelle. Play a tribute to Ozzy, Crazy Train, please. Oh, you're going to do that now at the end? Like, at the very end. Alright, let's do it. I'll do it for you, Michelle. I'm going to run overtime now, but... And nobody's going to watch the video because now it's going to be too long, but that's okay. I'll do this for you, Michelle. You know, as we know, Ozzy Osbourne passed on recently, and this is his song. Well, I don't even think he wrote it. He just had the idea for it, I think. Pretty much sure Zakk Wylde obviously wrote the guitar riff. Pretty sure what's his name? Geezer Butler wrote the lyrics, right? And then I don't know what Ozzy did, but he sang it, obviously. So here it goes. This is for you, Michelle. What else? Did somebody else say something? Any day above ground is better than a day. What's that? Any day above ground is a good day. Remember that. You remember that. I already remembered that. I don't know. I don't know why you would say that. Alright, this song's called Crazy Train. Crazy, that's how it goes. Millions of people living like fools. Maybe it's not too late to learn how to love. Forget all this hate. Mental wounds still healing, driving us insane. Going off the rails on a crazy train. Going off the rails on a crazy train. I listen to preachers, and I've listened to fools. And watch all the dropouts make their own rules. One person condition, ruin control. The media sells it, and we lead the road. Mental wounds still healing, who and what's to blame? Going off the rails on a crazy train. Going off the rails on this crazy train. I know that things are going wrong for me. You got to listen to my words, yeah. Crazy, that's how it goes. Millions of people are living like fools. Maybe it's not too late to learn how to love. Forget all this hate. Mental wounds still healing, who and what's to blame? Going off the rails on a crazy train. Going off the rails on this crazy train. Aboard! On this crazy train. Going off the rails on a crazy train. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Have a great week. I'll see you next Friday, God willing. Thanks for everybody.